Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Maddie. I post new Sims content every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And today we have this lovely modern build going on, and I am just really going to walk you guys through it, how I made it. If you'd like to see more content like this, or have any suggestions for content you'd like to see, please leave that down below in the comment section. Leave me a like and subscribe, as once again I do post 3 times a week. So let's get into it. First things first, we're going to start out with a square platform that I am just going to make pretty much the better half of the lot. And then I'm going to put another square or kind of rectangular platform connecting it, giving this kind of like cool Z shape. From there, I'm adjusting the platform as to how tall or high I want it. And fact is, I do want this to be more of a modern build, so I don't want too much of a platform on the bottom. I want it to kind of be more of a flat style. And so now I'm just putting the room on top of these platforms, obviously to make the house, duh. I do make the first floor a medium size walls, and then the second floor was originally going to be a small size wall, but with some of the furniture and stuff that I ended up putting in, I ended up making it a medium size wall, leaving the third floor with the small walls. So 2 medium floors and a small floor essentially. And so now we've got this cool little, you know, box. And me personally, I always go ahead and put some sort of siding or whatever the case may be. I always put that on the house just to kind of see where I'm going with it. But yeah, the siding doesn't stay on this house. It just gave me an idea as far as what I want the house to look like. And it doesn't look bad with the siding on it. I just chose to go a different way in the end. But I'll go ahead and put some doors in and some walkways, so that way I'm just basically mapping out where everything's going to go in the house. And so the front room, I wanted it to be a more of a formal living room area, so that's the idea I got from there. And then I put the arch in, or you know, that little walkway in to kind of lead us into the main section of the house. And then I just go ahead and put some lights in so that way I can see. And y'all, don't clown me for this front room right now, because I clearly was not utilizing the space that I needed to, and it just wasn't working out for me. This is what I ended up going with for the formal living room as of this moment. It will change shortly, so just hang in there. That's not the finished look, of course, but I'm just gonna go ahead and obviously map out the kitchen, put in those appliances, countertops, and obviously make my kitchen what a kitchen needs to be. And me personally, I always like to put an island in the kitchen and then put a table kind of in the middle of the island to make it give like this bar off the island, if you will. And then I love putting some colorful chairs with more of an all black, all white kitchen, because I just feel like it makes it look so much, like 10 times better. And so now going into my little lazy hack or whatnot, I go ahead and buy a pre-constructed room and sit it where I want it, and go ahead and remove all of the walls, because obviously we already have walls. And yeah, we're just going to expand some of this furniture out, move some of this stuff around so that way everything starts to look more cohesive, because obviously this room is smaller than the space we have for it. So this is our dining room. I felt like the green stained glass just really brought this whole look together, to be honest. But anyway, I go ahead and close off the kitchen, put in my little walkways, my little arches or whatnot, because honestly, no more locked doors. So did the same thing for the living room and bought a pre-constructed room, put it in, took down the walls, and moved the furniture around. Originally I was going to sit it over there, but then I just ended up moving it over closer to where the formal living room is. And yeah, I think it looks so much better right there. And so the outside of our house, I did go ahead and take in that top portion of it, so it does give that overhang on the second level. And I am backing up a small part of the side wall. I made a room in order to back up just one part of it, and I'm going to obviously get rid of what made it a room, the wall that made it a room, because I just used it so that we could only put in one side. And then I'm going to create, in essence, another room on the outside, but then we're going to double click the walls and turn it into a fence, so that way we have a balcony or a leveled patio. So in doing that, you still keep the roof from the room you created, so it gives you that overhang, like protection from rain and weather and things of that nature. Now back to this formal living room, which I could not get right to save my life. It just kept looking old to me, and I think it was more of the chairs and the piano that was looking real old. But anyway, I went ahead and put some statues in by the front door. So I put 2 little ballerinas at the door, kind of directing you into the rest of the house. And then I'm just changing around the flooring and the wallpaper and stuff, because it was feeling a little old and dingy to me for some reason. I don't know, but some of that stuff had to change. Anyway, we're now onto the second floor, and I am sectioning off my bedrooms, how I want everything to basically look. And so once I map it out, I put the doors on so I don't forget exactly what I'm doing with each of these spaces, like they're going to be bedrooms. Well, essentially I was going to have 3 bedrooms on the second floor, but it just ended up turning into 2 bedrooms, the master, and then a nursery / toddler room. So I felt like that was, much needed. There's a lot of people in The Sims that like to have sex and babies. So I'm creating a nursery / toddler room, so that way when the baby gets out of the nursery portion of it, they don't have to jump right into a new room. They can still stay in the same room, and it still has all of the functional items they need. And I really wanted to make this room as gender neutral as possible, because you never know if you're gonna have a boy or a girl, or maybe both, and they have to share a room. You just never know. So I wanted to make it as gender neutral as possible, so that any baby could stay in this room. Originally, I was gonna go around and do all the windows with these green curtains, because I thought the green was really nice, and then I ended up putting yellow in, and it wasn't intentional, but I was like, I kind of like it. So I left it for a little bit, but it didn't stay that way, because y'all know how I do, and it's going to change by the end of this. And what prompted the change of the curtains is the fact that I really wanted to put this wallpaper in this room. Like, I just felt like it really fit a children's room, and I couldn't, so I ended up going with this plain, like, eggshell color and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, gotta change out the curtains, more plain curtains. The blue and yellow was like, yes. I don't know. It spoke to my soul, okay? So I really needed that. But anyway, I am taking in a little bit of that room for the master bedroom to have a little bit more space and a little bit more character to it. It's not just, square or rectangular, if you will. And starting out with some premature furniture that doesn't stick around long, but we gotta see where our creativity is taking us sometimes. We just gotta put stuff out there sometimes and see if it works or not. And if it does, cool. If it doesn't, on to the next. I actually really liked this fur rug. However, I really hated the colors, and I hated that it just blended into everything. And I have no clue if I'm the only one that feels this way, but I genuinely believe windows can make or break a room. Like, it can really set your room over the top, or it can really be detrimental to the style of your room. I feel like, I don't know, just putting that little small window wall, I feel like it gave the room so much character. And a desk obviously has to go in front of the window. I just felt like that's the thing. The desk has to go in front of the window. And then I had a brief moment of realization. If I put the TV over there in that corner, then how is she gonna get to her walk-in closet? How is she gonna get to her bathroom? She's not gonna be able to unless we widen up the wall. So instead of me doing that, I just went ahead and moved the furniture to the other side of the wall. And then I went ahead and separated my 2 rooms. So the walk-in closet will be that first room, and then the second room with that closed off door, so you can't see into anybody using the bathroom, will be the bathroom. So I'm just gonna go ahead, suit it up with some light fixtures, and get this closet going. The walk-in closet was probably my second favorite room to build, just because the closet adds so much more of that layer of realism for me. Even though, your son's not gonna, be rifling through her clothes and, things of that nature. She can obviously go in, use the closet to change her clothes, yes. But just having the closet and being able to fill it up with clothes and it look realistic just makes my heart swell. Like, I love it. And then these are custom content like shoe boxes, but I absolutely love that. Like, no, my Sim's not going to see them on top of the closet. However, me looking at it from this point, it looks like an actual closet. Like, people always put their shoe boxes on top of their racks or whatnot, or have them stacked in the corner or something like that. I just didn't want to stack them. But anyway, moving on to the bathroom. At first I was going for more like a gold royal regal-esque kind of feel, but then I saw a different tub and I was like, yeah, that's not going to work with this shower. So Regal's out. It's out. We're not doing it anymore. And so yeah, I just changed it to a more neutral bathroom, so black and white, and with, of course, little pops of color here and there. So my idea for the bathroom, obviously, like any other master bathroom, I want a double sink, his and hers sink, of course, and I want it to kind of resemble like what you would see in one of those like grand real estate showings, if that makes sense. Like, I want something similar, you know, the bright lights around the bathroom mirrors, the nice jet tub, this fancy electronic toilet, all of that. Yeah. And so moving back over to the bedroom, I just wanted to add some flair to the walls, add a little art, because it was giving real boring, real bare. And honestly, by the end of it, it still kind of was. So I think I may go back and try and do something a little different with this room. But I mean, it looks nice. It just looks like I didn't utilize this space like how I probably should have. But it's okay, because we don't like cramped furniture. So it'll be alright. So back to talking about unutilized space. Just because this hallway, you know, leads into our other rooms does not mean we can't do anything special with it and make it like a room of its own, if that makes sense. What we are going to do here is put in these windows. Like I said, I feel like windows will really make or break a room, and it automatically gives character from the inside. Love it. Aww, chef's kiss. Anyway, I go ahead and add these little ottomans or these little benches lining the windows, so it gives like this nice little sitting area by the windows without having to go in like somebody's room and sit down. And yeah, I just feel like this is A1. This was A1. This was top tier. I actually love doing this. And then I just enlarged some indoor plants. And this is where I can see that the second floor needs to be a medium sized wall instead of a small sized wall. And so essentially I would just go back in and reposition things so that they look better with the medium wall. And so now obviously we have to make our way to the third floor, no? So we're gonna need a new set of stairs, and right now I'm just trying to figure out where would be the best placement for these stairs. And then I'm just going to section off that room on the third floor where the stairs are, because that's where our balcony is as well. And then it dawned on me that there is no like half bath downstairs. Like, there's no bathroom downstairs, so anybody would have to walk upstairs to use the bathroom, like upstairs through a room to use the bathroom. So I was like, oh yeah, that's not good. So I was like, yep, let me just go ahead and put in a little half bath behind the stairs. I feel like stairs always have a half bath underneath them. No, I feel like that's a thing. Anyway, so I made it pink because I just felt like all the other rooms have so much character. They're orange and green and yellow. So I was like, yep, pink bathroom. I can give in to some of my wants. Back up to the third floor, we are going to have a his and hers bedroom, but not together. Don't be confused. So there are going to be 2 bedrooms upstairs, one for a boy, one for a girl. Obviously a kid and or teen, so out of the toddler phase, but not a young adult because these are literally children's beds. Anyway, I thought the spaceships were the bee's knees for a little boy's room, and the frog rug was, yeah, I just thought like, oh, that was just really cute. Anyway, I'm now putting together his closet, put a little dinosaur on the wall because I was like, yeah, that's cool. You guys like dinosaurs, right? Little boys like dinosaurs and frogs and things. Like, it's themed. Y'all can see it's themed. I even put like a little hamburger on the wall and like a pile of dirty clothes because, you know, little boys, they're kind of dirty. They're kind of messy, right? So, yeah. Originally, I was going to go with this like deep bluish purple wall, but it was doing too much with the rest of the furniture, to be honest. Like, everything just kind of meshed together, because as you can see, the lights are blue, like that blue on the wall. The purple blue that's in the frog, it matched. Like, everything just kind of matched too much, and to make the room look really dark. I tried to lighten it up with some curtains, but it just wasn't going my way with that. But anyway, ended up going with these sheer curtains at the end of it. So and I am also thoroughly convinced that every room should have a desk in it. Obviously, the kids need to have a desk in their room because of the fact, like, you're going to need to do your school homework and things of that nature. And I don't want you leaving your shit on my dining room table. You know what I'm saying? But, originally, I was going to put a laptop on their desk, but I was like, no, these kids don't need a laptop on their desk. They don't need a tablet. They don't need nothing. They need some action figures and some books, okay? And, you know, they were, you know, being a little gracious by putting a TV in there. Small TV at that, but a little TV/lounge area. You know, they've got a big enough room. Might as well utilize it. Now, this is the same room I got rid of, which I'm bringing it back because, obviously, we need it. I'm going to make a Jack and Jill bathroom. And essentially what that means is there are two entryways to the bathroom, both of which are coming from a room. So obviously coming from the closet, from the guy's room, and then you're just going to be coming straight out the girl's bedroom to get into the bathroom. So Jack and Jill, that's, if y'all didn't know that term, that's a Jack and Jill bath. So my second favorite room to put together was this little girl's room. I absolutely love it. For one, it's like all pink, and I would love a room that's all pink. But anyway, honestly, this is like a dream little kid's room, like a dream little girl's room. To be honest, like, if I was a little girl, I would die to have this room. So yeah, I just basically put any and everything pink together, and I am in love. Anyway, had to move the desk over by the window, which I'm a big fan of anyway, so that way our little girl can get in her closet and look at her things. Can you imagine the little girl that's going to be in this room? Like, she's going to be so excited. Anyway, adding a little art on the wall, little shebang here and there, because my girl, she's a star. I don't know the song for real, but the star made sense and the song made sense, so anyway. And I can't lie, putting fun carpet or fun flooring in a closet is top tier, because since it's not in the full room, it doesn't look crazy, but it looks like the right amount of good in a closet. I don't know if that makes sense, because I did the same thing with the boys' closet with that like patterned carpet. So I just feel like it gives the right amount of oomph. But anyway, we're moving on to the bathroom, the Jack and Jill bathroom that we were briefly discussing. And similar to the master suite bathroom, his and her sink, obviously. And we are doing a 2-in-1 bathtub shower, because usually most Jack and Jill bathrooms don't have a separate shower and tub. So I just wanted to make it like as realistic as possible, to be honest. And I always feel like in a Jack and Jill, the toilet is in between the counter and the tub. I don't know why, but I always feel like it's like that. And then I put the little floor mats under the sink, you know, for her sink, his sink. I mean, obviously they would know whose sink is whose, because you're coming off of your end and that's the closest sink to you, and you're coming off of your room and that's the closest sink to you, and you know, that just automatically makes sense. But if it wasn't clear enough, I put the unicorn and like the demon mat. That's not a demon. I don't really know what it is, but it's got red eyes, so it automatically gets thrown in the demon territory. Anyway, moving downstairs because I forgot another thing. A laundry room. So yeah, we are putting together a laundry room now. We're gonna just move on over this living room furniture and stuff, make it a little more cohesive, get rid of a little decoration piece because it was just not necessary. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put our washer and dryer in the room. I'm gonna put a mat under the washer and dryer, of course, because you never know, you might need a mat. This ironing board and iron, a couple baskets of clothes, and just a little caddy that keeps our detergent and things. And so at this point, since my first floor is about like 95% complete, I'm just going up and doing some touch-ups. So I'm changing the colors to different rooms. I'm making sure that my dining room, the hardwood floor. It extends the whole way of the dining room. And then I did change out the rug to the formal living room. And I also changed out the chairs so that they would kind of match. Even though it's white and green, the rug is, and then the chairs are more of a gray and green, it still comes together with this chandelier that I put in, because the chandelier is like that gray and green, so it really matches the coffee table. And then I just added some extra lights in the corners to give it more light, essentially. And so moving upstairs to the balcony portion and that like inner hallway, I originally was gonna go with these windows, but then I was like, yeah, that's really basic, I don't like them, and I went with some other windows. And then after, of course, I went ahead and filled up the balcony with the furniture that I wanted out there. So obviously I think painting on the balcony while looking into the sunset is so picturesque. It's very aesthetically pleasing. So of course I put an easel on the balcony as well as a chess table, just, you know, have some fun. And then changing the flooring as well, I think that really completed the balcony. And I did want to do something fun for the kids' rooms outside of them, just to, you know, let you know which room you'll be entering into in case you forget. So I put a moon outside of the little boys' room and 2 little pink flowers outside of the little girls' room on either side of the door. And then I just changed the wallpaper and put these benches underneath these windows, so it kind of gives these little sitting area like we did in the last hallway. And I saw this little light up sign or whatnot, and I thought that was cute to put in the little girl's room. Now moving on to my ultimate favorite part, which is making the roof. So we're just going to take a platform tool and basically just outline the top of the building we have already. And then we are just going to pull out some of these edges so that they hang over like a roof would do, like onto this platform here. I did put a separate platform on the second floor where it pokes out at, so that way it gives more of that like modern look. And just changing the trimmings to match the aesthetic of the house. And then I'm changing the exterior of it as well, because like I said, that siding was never going to stay. It just kind of gave us an idea of what we wanted. And I'm changing out these pillars because obviously the white or cream pillars didn't match anymore, and the black was just very fitting. Now going underneath that patio and creating an outdoor patio. Obviously, like, the patio upstairs is outdoors, but it's like you have to go indoors to go on the patio, whereas this one, it's just strictly outside. Anyway, putting in our stairs to go to the back door, I just wanted it to look different and a little bit more creative, so yeah, I thought that looked neat. And then in the backyard, we're putting a jacuzzi and a pool, of course, because you can't have a backyard without a jacuzzi and a pool. Who raised you people? Let me start. I'm gonna paint these little like stone grass patches on the ground, basically from our ramp over to the jacuzzi. And we're gonna clean it up a little bit with the eraser so it doesn't look so messy. And we are going to now put in our pool. Give it a nice little trim. Obviously it matches the outside of the house, so A1. And then we're putting our little lounge chairs, some floaties, and now we're gonna put a fence around our property. Why? Because we don't need any looky-loos. And honestly, I was even considering putting the fence like around like the front portion, like in front of the front windows, because I hate Tina and Tom. Like, oh my gosh, stop looking in my windows. The amount of times I've killed Tina and Tom over them peeping is ridiculous, and their ghost still comes back to look through my windows. It's so annoying. But anyway, we're creating a kids section on the opposite side of the deck, and I'm just putting a porch swing over there. I'm talking about a porch swing. It's just a regular swing. And, you know, a little kid slide, which I just realized needs to be turned around. And I did put in a little kiddie pool next to the big pool because obviously don't want my babies to drown. And then I go ahead and put some of that cobblestone path or whatever underneath our patio furniture and everything. Give us a mailbox, some trash cans. I literally forgot to put a laundry basket and trash cans and vacuums around the house, so I'm just putting those mini things in, finishing up what we have started. And of course the kitchen needs a trash can, but the space was a little tight, so I had to, you know, scoot the scoot the kitchen table over, no problem there, to make a little room. And then I just go to save lot to save what I have so far, just in case anything was to happen to my game and maybe I accidentally forget to save or click the wrong button or who knows. But I go ahead and hit save the lot. This is what it looks like from the outside, really nice. But I also noticed from the outside it is missing a lot of shrubbery and trees and things, so we're going to correct that, put some trees in there, put some bushes and flowers and plants, you know, make it look like a real home. And one thing I didn't like about this gate is on the right side, it has it platformed, which I didn't understand because on the left side it didn't platform it. But when I tried to take the platform off, it was like, oh, it's 2 different levels, you can't do that. Like, it just makes no sense, to be honest. So I just took the shrubs and basically covered the entire like fence line on that side because yeah, it was just irritating me real bad. And I took away the gate on this side as well because it really only needs to be one entrance to the backyard. And yeah. And if you happen to save your lot before putting all your finishing touches on it, you can always resave it and overwrite your previous save. So don't get freaked out by that. And so now we're about to get to the good part. I'm about to move my sim on into the house that we just made from the house that I remodeled previously. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I definitely recommend you check it out. I remodeled a starter home just for fun. Anyway, looking at this house, it's beautiful. I am so in love. Every time I build something new, like my builds just get better and better. So I'm just literally in love with it. I'm so happy with it. Me personally, I used to be so scared to build stuff from scratch. Like I was like, oh, I don't know how to do it. It's not gonna look right. I'm not very creative. Like y'all, the more you just do it and just kind of express your creativity, you really can't go wrong. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. So give it a shot. This is your sign to do so. But this is our little walkthrough. Oh my gosh, I'm like a proud mom right now. Like this is my this is my baby that I just made, because it really feels like that. You spend so much time and put in so much effort, you know, so you just have to be proud of your work, to be honest. You just have to. And I'm gonna change that door from brown to white, probably. I don't know why I put a brown door in. Anyway, nothing down here is brown other than that poster on the wall. And yeah, the kitchen is really nice. I like that I put the pot rack above the island because it's similar to what I have here in the house that I'm living in now. And yeah, so it just brings that level of realism. Didn't notice that the tree was poking in from outside, so definitely going to have to push that back a little teet, but no problems there. The nursery slash little kid room, 10 out of 10. I freaking love it. The wallpaper is really what I love the most, but I really love this little lounge kind of area before going into the bedrooms. Walking into the master suite doesn't look so empty, but it does give empty a little bit, so I'm not sure how we're going to make up the emptiness. And there go my sim. She look cute in her little walk-in closet. Absolutely love it. And then on to their bathroom. I'll say there because hopefully she has a man, but she don't live with nobody just yet. But hopefully in the near future she can start a little family and stuff. And on to upstairs. As you can see, the patio is really nice, and the covering does protect us from the rain, so no puddles up here on the balcony. And then our little boy's room, it definitely gives little boy, like, for sure. Once it gets a little bit more messy, it'll give little boy even more. And I absolutely love that I put the dinosaur on the wall. I thought that was really nice. And this bathroom literally just does it for me, to be honest. And our little girl's room. Oh, this is so adorable. I literally can't get off of this. Like, I can't get off of this room. And the closet is pretty much even better. Like, to be honest, it's so cute. I know y'all are just like, oh, she's raving about her own shit. But honestly, you should rave about your successes and your projects too, to be honest. Like, you should feel so proud about doing them, because I feel so proud of this. And yeah, now we're in the backyard. It's raining, which sucks, but whatever. Anyway, just getting a nice little view of our jacuzzi and pool. And she's running because it's raining, but now we're to our little outdoor patio section underneath the hangover, so it's not raining on us anymore. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comments, concerns, suggestions, please leave it in the comment section down below. If you guys like this content and would like to see more of it, please leave me a like. And I do post 3 times a week, so subscribing wouldn't be bad. But I hope to see you guys next week for a new set of Sims videos. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great evening. Hasta luego, baby.